Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews. Welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video where we'll be discussing some update when it comes to Deadpool 3's release date, some interesting live action Disney remakes. We've got some update when it comes to like the Saw future franchise. That along with a couple of trailers here, so let's get straight into it. So, as we're taking a break from the Nightmare on Elm Street retrospective reviews, posted the first two movies, so you can go ahead check those out on the channel. We'll be doing the reviews for all the movies along with the tier listing coming later on at the end of this month. So if you like that along with these types of videos of weekly entertainment news, definitely consider subscribing to the channel so that you're not missing out on that. As per usual, timestamps will be in the description down below, so you can go ahead, skip around for anything in particular that you're more interested in. And don't forget to smash that like button, it really does help out the channel. Appreciate all the support I've been getting, especially when it comes to the Saw X spoiler review. Never thought I'd see that much views when it comes to that, so I appreciate all the support. But I want to start off with a couple of trailers that have released over the past couple of days here. So with the first trailer, honestly, it's one that I've been talking about for the past couple of weeks here. I know there's not much hype to it, not much interest when it comes to it, but this is for the Santa Claus Season 2 trailer. Now, like I said, I don't know if anybody really spoke about Season 1, if anybody has seen Season 1, but I watched it. I was supposed to cover it over the December period, but just got really sick last year. This season, it looks a bit more interesting. It looks a bit more of in terms of like what they're going for. The cast, Gabriel Iglesias is going to be in there. You've got the same cast from returning with Tim Allen in there, and you're kind of getting more of the same when it comes to like the tone and the vibe from season 1, but they're exploring a different Santa. That is in terms of Eric Stonestreet, who you'll recognize from Modern Family. He's going to be playing a key role in there. So in terms of the trailer itself, like I said, going for that same type of tone, does look interesting. I definitely will be checking it out. Might do a review on both the seasons, just depending on how I'm feeling, depending on the type of buzz that we're getting from the season 2. If you do want to see that type of video, please let me know in the comment section down below. But since I've seen all three movies, since I've seen season 1, I will be watching season 2. But if you have seen the trailer, if you are interested in this, let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are, your theories about season 2. Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next trailer that I want to talk about here is that they released a second trailer for the Napoleon movie starring Joaquin Phoenix, and this movie, I've mentioned it in some of the comments in other trailer reaction videos, that this looks like the one to watch for the end of the year. Dune Part 2 was the movie I was most anticipating for this year. After then it got delayed. I was leaning towards Rebel Moon, but then you've got Godzilla -1 coming out, The Boy and the Heroine also coming out. So loads of movies I am really, really looking forward to. But after watching this trailer, it's slowly creeping up the list. The performances in there looks just absolutely fantastic. The cinematography looks incredible. With Ridley Scott directing this, I really feel like this is going to be the one to watch. This movie has the potential to be up there with, you've got Oppenheimer. I've hearing really great things about Killers of the Flower Moon in there. Barbie's definitely going to be up there. So this one really has the potential to be amongst those types of movies. And of course the cast, you just have a fantastic cast in there. So I really am looking forward to this. After watching that second trailer, it has got me a lot more hyped when it comes to this movie. So if you have seen the trailer for this one, let me know in the comment section down below what your thoughts are about the trailer. Will you be checking it out? Are you more hyped now after this trailer? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the final trailer I do want to talk about, it came out last week, was the Invincible Season 2 trailer. Now, I just bought the comic. I'm in the middle of reading the issue 1 of Invincible right here, and I'm loving the comic so far. I really had a great time with season 1 as well. I am going to be doing a video of season 1 just before season 2 comes out. But when it comes to the trailer for season 2, holy shit is all I'm going to say when it comes to that. It just looks like it's going to be upping the ante more. Looks like it's going for that multiverse type of tone, and I know that the multiverse has been overplayed so much when it comes to comic book movies and animes and that kind of stuff, but I really feel like this one they're going to just up it to another level when it comes to the fight sequences, the blood, the gore, the action. I'm loving every single thing about this show. And we've even got an update when it comes to season 3 here. So it's coming from the Screen Rant saying that Invincible season 3 gets an update from the creator. Robert Kirkman already has a major Invincible season 3 casting update, as he confirms that more Walking Dead actors are joining the universe, which I'll be honest, I've not seen The Walking Dead, so my hype level isn't really up there when it comes to that. But he confirmed here that casting has already begun for season 3, indicating that the show is very far along in its production. Invincible season 2 is going to be premiering on November 3rd and will introduce new heroes, a new villain, as Mark Grayson faces a multiverse connected villain, as we saw in the trailer. And so we're quoting here as we're reading through the article, finishing touches on the last few bits of season 2 are being done right now. Season 3 is very far along. When I talk about the actors that we have for season 2, it is a minefield. There's so many in season 3 that we have to talk about. If you think the cast expanded for season 2, just wait until you hear about who we're getting in the show for season 3. That might give you an indication as to how far we're going. There's just so much big stuff planned. It is possible that there may be some more Walking Dead alums that may be popping into the Invincible at some point. Now that just goes to show that like this show, they have such high faith in it. Again, I've mentioned that I've not seen The Walking Dead, so I'm not really too familiar with who they're going to be casting or anything like that. But it's just great to see, because there's so much. When I was like looking into the comics, looking to buy the issues, there was so many issues to choose from. Obviously, I'm starting with the very first issue, going through it. I don't want to get too ahead because I want to keep up with the show and what they're doing. But there's just so much they can work with. So it's so great that season 3 is already so far along. We don't know exactly how many seasons they are planning, but it just looks like they are always thinking forward, always thinking far ahead, which has just got me really, really hyped. If you haven't seen the show, I highly, highly recommend watching season 1 before season 2. It's so amazing, and it's just jaw-dropping in terms of the story, in terms of the animation, in terms of like the dialogue and the direction that the characters go through. You'll be blown away with it if you haven't seen it. So definitely check it out. And if you have seen season 1, if you've seen the trailer for season 2, what are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section down below. Are you really excited about this? What are your thoughts are about season 3? And if you are Walking Dead fans, what your thoughts are about casting coming into season 3 for this? Let me know all of that in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the first news story that we're going to be talking about here is, I'm going to apologize now because I'm going to go on a rant when it comes to this, but we've got news breaking out earlier this week of some live action remakes coming from Disney. Now, a couple I'm not really too fussed about just because I've not seen the animation version of it. So you've got Tangled and you've got The Princess and the Frog. They're going to be turned into live action remakes. The other major one that they are talking about is having Frozen as a live action movie, which I don't even know when it comes to Frozen. I'll be honest, I've not seen the animation movie yet. I remember the craze about it when it first came out. The song Let It Go always plays in my mind. But the one that I'm really, really pissed off about is the Tarzan. Like, if you're not aware, Tarzan is my favorite Disney movie of all time. If you're going through the list, you've got Tarzan, and then it's The Lion King, and then it's Toy Story. But Tarzan for me was always the one growing up watching, along with like The Lion King and Toy Story. But I just had such a fascination with the monkeys and Tarzan, and even like the third act too. That emotional scene of like Tarzan coming back to his family, to the gorilla family, just always hits me. And so I love that movie so much. You're probably thinking like, it's not that big of a deal. They've done live action before when it comes to Brandon Fraser doing a live action Tarzan movie, but none of these live action have really just hit the ground running or just been absolutely mind-blowing or mind-boggling that you just want to say, you know what, this is much better than the animation version of it. I've not seen anybody in any of the live action remakes say that. So I just know that they're going to just butcher this live action remake. All 4 of them, I just don't think anybody's really that hyped to it. Frozen, like I remember a couple of months ago they were talking about doing a Frozen 3 movie. Now they're going into a live action movie, The Princess and the Frog, Tangled. It's just like, I get that they want to stick to the original material because sometimes the new material is just not working. Like for me, Strange World, Luca, and I know there's a really huge buzz when it comes to Luca, but I never really could get into it. But you have got good movies that they have done, like Soul, Encanto, the Wish movie. That's the trailer came out and looks promising, even though I kind of shat on the trailer. I just really don't think this is going to be any point. Like, you've got a live action remake with Tarzan, with, like I mentioned, the Brandon Fraser live action. I really just don't see the use in having another live action remake when it comes to this. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. What are your thoughts about them having these 4 movies as live action? Are you at all interested in any of them? Do you think it's going to flop? Do you think it's going to succeed? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story we're going to be talking about here is we've got an update when it comes to Knives Out Part 3. Now, Rian Johnson has confirmed this is coming from The Wrap, but with a couple of scoopers confirming here that Rian Johnson says he's decided on the premise and the settings for Knives Out 3, saying that it's coming along. I obviously couldn't work during the strike, but now that that's over, that's in terms of the writer's strike, the actor's strike is still ongoing, but now that the writer's strike is over, I'm diving in full force. I've got the premise, I've got the settings, I've got what the movie is in my head, so now it's all just about working on the movie. If you haven't seen the Knives Out 1 and 2, I won't spoil anything too much because it's got that murder mystery type of vibe to it. I'll be honest, I do prefer the first one over the second one. However, the second one was still really enjoyable, completely different like story when it comes to the first and second, but the main one is Daniel Craig's character as the main point of view, main story for it. But they're still really, really enjoyable, great murder mystery movies. So I'm really, really happy that they're going to be doing a part 3. Really curious to see what kind of direction and what they're going to go with when it comes to it. Like, you've got part 1 in this big house, the murder mystery taking place in the house. Part 2 was you've got an island with these rich people taking place in it. Again, not spoiling anything. But curious to see what they're going to be doing with it, whether it's going to be like maybe on a train or a boat, similar to like Murder on the Orient Express or Death on the Niles kind of vibe to it, or what kind of settings that they are going to go for. Curious about that, but I'm really glad. I really like Rian Johnson as a director and the vision that he goes for, especially when it comes to the past 2 Knives Out movies. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're a fan of Knives Out 1 and 2, are you excited for Knives Out Part 3? What your theory is, where it could take place in terms of the murder mystery setting? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story here is we're going to be talking about the future of Saw and the future of where the direction that they're going to be going with. Now, like I mentioned in the beginning of this video here with Saw X, one of the most popular videos on my channel, and I'm super grateful for it. But obviously that wasn't going to be the end of the franchise. If you haven't seen Saw, I won't spoil it too much, but they kind of hinted out what's to come with the ending of the movie plus the post-credit scene. So a lot of kind of things that you can be going for here. But this is coming from V Scoopers confirming that Lionsgate has greenlit 2 movies. So I just want to say, take this all with a grain of salt here. But this is what they're saying, is that Saw 11 is set to be a prequel. Saw 12 is set to conclude the saga once again, starting from the 7th, maybe ending the Hoffman storyline. It is certain there will be 2 more movies, but this is rumor as I know so far, so we'll see what comes up. So again, take this with a grain of salt. It has not been confirmed by Lionsgate or anybody from like the Saw franchise or anything like that, but rumor has been speculating that they are looking to do 2 more movies. Now they said Saw 11 going to be another prequel, so most likely the continuation of what happens with Saw X, and again, not going to spoil anything if you haven't seen the movie, but if you know, you know. And Saw 12 looking to be like ending everything here, so wrapping up everything, which I feel like they need to do because there is a lot of unanswered questions from Saw 1 all the way up until Saw 7, and I've just done a tier ranking for Saw movies with Saw 7 being definitely at the bottom. Like, just the way everything was wrapped up really didn't feel like a finale, so I feel like having Saw 12 just be the one and done movie, wrapping up everything, wrapping up all the unanswered storyline, bringing back apprentices left, right and center, do all of this. So I really like the idea of that. But we haven't got confirmation yet. We haven't heard anything yet. But Saw X is definitely making a good ton of money when it comes to like the box office. With it making $73 million worldwide, being one of the highest rated movies as well, with an audience score of 89%. Now, I'm not really one that really looks too further into Rotten Tomatoes, but it is just being very highly praised. I really enjoyed Saw X and the direction that they went with. So it does look like their success is going to be helping it looking into making future movies. So let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section down below. Based on like those rumors and the theories that they're going to go with, are you a fan of that Saw 11, Saw 12 theories? Do you want something different? Let me know in the comment section down below. Okay, now for the next news story, which is one I found really interesting, is we're getting a kick-ass reboot coming out. Now, before we dive into like my thoughts and everything here, this is coming from the Hollywood Reporter saying Matthew Vaughn talks about a kick-ass reboot while discussing other things in the article here, but he has revealed that a kick-ass reboot is in the works. So we're saying here that a new kick-ass is coming with different characters in the work. He goes here, Kick-Ass sort of changed people's perspective of what a superhero film is at the time. So we'll be doing it again. So it's none of the characters from the other Kick-Ass, he said. We'd like to bring them back after the reboot. This reboot is just going off of a tangent that I can't really talk about right now, but it is fun. Now, I'll be completely honest with you. I was very surprised with Kick-Ass. the movie. I had such a great time with it. It's not one of those typical like comic book movies or superhero movies. It's completely different. If you haven't seen it, I honestly would highly recommend the movie. Now, honestly, when I first read the headline saying that they're going to be doing a reboot, I sort of facepalmed, didn't think that it was going to be necessary, just leaving it alone the way it is. But once he quoted that it's going to be a reboot going off of like a tangent kind of thing, and he's planning on bringing back characters from the movie potentially, I'm kind of okay with it. I feel like this has got the potential to be a great movie. Like a lot of, like I said, positive reviews, positive things coming out of this movie, great performances, great story, and it's just like a really fun time that you'll have with this movie. So to know that they are going to be going with a different direction but possibly bringing it back, so it's just not like a complete reboot, different timeline kind of thing, if that makes sense. It's just going to be strictly going off of a tangent, possibly bringing back characters. I'm kind of leaning more into it and kind of on board with it. So I want to know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you have seen the movie, what are your thoughts about the first movie, the second movie? I'm leaning more towards the first movie over the second movie. But what are your thoughts about that? And also the reboot coming, what are your thoughts about those quotes in the article? Let me know in the comment section down below. But for the final news story I want to talk about here is we've kind of got some sad news when it comes to Deadpool 3. I first want to just talk about like the rumors when it comes to Deadpool 3, especially when it comes to like some casting here. So with Taylor Swift's new movie coming out, there's been pictures and stuff of her hanging out with Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy, and then speculation about her possibly being in a Deadpool 3 movie. Now, Sean Levy was asked about these rumors about if Taylor Swift is going to possibly be appearing in Deadpool 3, and he just goes and replies, no comment, you're going to have to wait and see. Because if you weren't aware that she's been rumored to be playing the Dazzler in Deadpool 3, and because of all the pictures and stuff of her hanging out with Sean Levy, with Ryan Reynolds, these rumors have been ramped up. But based on like his response saying that no comment, we'll have to wait and see, it kind of speculates more towards that she is going to be appearing in the movie. It could be as Dazzler, could be as somebody else, but we're kind of getting a Taylor Swift appearing in the MCU, which, to be honest with you, I've kind of got like no feeling towards it. Like, cool, she's going to show up, as long as the storyline is good, as long as like it's not too heavily focused on like, oh my god, it's Taylor Swift kind of thing, then neither love it or hate it. But unfortunately, because as I mentioned earlier, like with the actor strike still ongoing, like the SAG-AFTRA strike is still ongoing right now, really has not been positive when it comes to like ridiculous CEOs and like their point of view. Like they've completely walked off the table, no negotiations or anything like that is going on. So things are still just been delayed when it comes to the actor strike. Like writers, like I mentioned, the writer strike is all over. Like writers can work on the movies, but nobody can film anything right now. So it has been confirmed, and this is coming from the Deadline saying Deadpool 3 Merc with a mouth moving off of the May release date as the actor strike shake up the 2024 theatrical schedule. So we're seeing here, in one of the first major blows to the 2024 theatrical release schedule due to the ongoing actor strike, sources tell us that Marvel Studios' Deadpool 3 won't be making its May 3 start of the summer theatrical release date. Even if the strike ends in the next few weeks, a 2024 restart on the half-finished Deadpool 3 would not get the Ryan Reynolds Hugh Jackman threequel to a May opening date. There's just too much to do in regards to reassembling crew, etc., filming, editing, production, that kind of stuff. So Deadpool 3 is not going to be coming out in May. There has been rumors that Captain America Brave New World is going to be moving back to the May 3rd release slot, and because earlier on it was moved from May to July, but now it looks like it's going to go back to May. But it's just 100% confirmed it's not going to be doing the May release. There, again, rumors are speculating that it could be taking place of the Thunderbolts spot for December of next year. But I'm frustrated, but I'm honestly not surprised. And I feel like this is just going to be the start of many movies being delayed even further, because like I said, no filming can be taking place right now. So with everything that's going on when it comes to the actor strike, them getting what they fully deserve when it comes to fair pay, use of AI, all that kind of stuff, it just feels like this would have been really tight if they were gonna make it for the May release. But it looks like they mentioned, they have to get all the crew back, they have to continue filming everything because they've filmed and edited half of the movie, so you've still got a whole bunch left. And with the rumors of Deadpool 3 with the Fox universe, actors coming back, actresses coming back, there's just a lot to do with it. So I'm really disappointed. But if it just means that it just takes time for them to make a brilliant Deadpool 3 movie, I'm willing to wait and I'm all for it, but it just sucks that everything is going to be delayed further. And like I said, this is just probably going to be the start to many, many movies being delayed now for 2024. So what are your thoughts about A, Taylor Swift coming to the MCU possibly, and B, Deadpool 3 being delayed, having the MCU release dates all be shuffled around as well? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. But that about wraps it up for this week's weekly entertainment news video. Lots to dive into, lots we discussed here. So I want to know your thoughts about everything in the comment section down below. And once again, if you are new to the channel, definitely consider subscribing so that you're not missing out on these. And go ahead, check out all the Nightmare on Elm Street reviews, the Saw reviews. Playlists will be on the channel. So definitely, if you're in the mood for some spooky stuff, definitely consider checking out those playlists there. But I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you for taking the time out of playing Spider-Man 2. With it being released over the weekend, I'm sure everybody's playing it right now, so thank you so much for taking the time out of that to watch me here, watch the weekly entertainment news video. But this is YK Reviews,